the prime minister making those statements, Kathleen, against the backdrop of, like I was referencing in the last segment, a lot of domestic political intrigue insofar as he's resigned. The leadership race. Your thoughts on how it unfolds, what you're watching for over the next few weeks?
Well, I'm in let's get it done mode. You know, I hope that it is expedited, but I hope that there's enough time given so that we can get the measure of the candidates. I think that the field has not settled yet, but I think that's going to happen within the next 6 or 7 days. As you can see now, people are starting to either take down rumors that they're going to run or talk about the options, that the opportunity to run. So I just really hope that, as I say, we can get it done quickly. We need that leadership vacuum to be closed, and Canadians need some certainty. They need some certainty precisely because of the conversations with the United States.
It was interesting to hear today, for the first time since Justin Trudeau stepped aside, Gary Mar, from Pierre Poilievre, the leader of the Conservatives, who essentially punctuated what we had already anticipated would be the Conservatives' messaging, which is, it doesn't matter who changes at the top, this will be the same party, essentially, that we're running against. I think the sentence he used was something like, just like Justin today. Do you anticipate that that continues to be their message, and ultimately, will it be successful?
I think it'll continue to be his message, but I would point out that, this is the first leadership race since the Hogue Commission on Foreign Interference started its work. Its report comes out at the end of the month. If the Liberals hope to have any opportunity to change the picture, it is clear that they've got to encourage trust in their system, and it starts with the rules that are set out in this leadership race. I can't emphasize that it's, and even people, in the party and in the caucus are saying our rules have to change if we're going to have trust in the outcome. That's for starters. I think the second piece that's really important in all of this is that, there will be lots of people who will get tagged up with, being associated with the Trudeau government. It remains to be seen whether the dislike of the voting public is with Justin Trudeau alone or whether that has extended to the Liberal Party. And I think that Mr. Poilievre has come to the conclusion it extends to the party as well. That doesn't look good for whoever becomes the leader of the Liberal Party.
Last word to you, Gary Dewar. Will that inform, I guess, who has a better shot, someone who comes from within cabinet, for example, versus a quote-unquote outsider like a Christy Clark or a Mark Carney, my apologies?
Well, that remains to be seen whether people will want somebody completely that was outside of the cabinet, the government, or somebody from the cabinet. I think, but I do also believe, Trump is uniting Canadians on a lot of issues. Also, Canadians are united on a leadership void in Ottawa. The leadership race, they should freeze the membership right now. They've got enough inquiries to indicate the weaknesses of the nomination process. If there's any misstep or any gum on the government shoe or the Liberal shoes in this nomination process, it'll just be very, very unfortunate at a very, very important time. They've got to get it right.
I'm going to ask you quickly about that, Kathleen, because I got a few more seconds, thanks to the press conference. When you look at the prospect of outsider versus insider, for lack of a better term, do you think it will make a difference?
I think in the initial, yes, I think it may, but I think what's going to make more of a difference is over the few weeks that we have for the leadership, who's going to prove to the party, but who's going to make an impression on the people in the country that they have the voice, that they can articulate who we are as Canadians and can take on Trump. I think, though, initially it may actually make a difference. If you've been on the outside, hard to know. I'd not been on the outside. When I ran in 2013, I'd been in the cabinet. We had no prospect of winning the next election, and all that changed. So, stay tuned.
You never know, I guess. Things change in politics. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate the discussion, and thanks for your patience this evening as well. Gary Marr, Gary Dewar, and Kathleen Wynne, our front bench. Just